If you're in a trade right now, take a pause. If you haven't analyzed the market, don't move. This might be what you need. This is the Mind of a Trader podcast where we cut through the noise, focus on execution, and break down the mindset behind every move. This is where real traders sharpen their edge. I am your host presenter Ali, and this is where discipline meets strategy. And for the third time, I guess, we're having one and only Dacin effects, and she's right here to break down another amazing intraday strategy.
No, swing.
Swing strategy.
Of course.
Okay, she is a swing trader, just like me. And of course, you guys have asked for her a couple of times. You've said that you want her to come back, and I've brought her to the channel. Karibu.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back.
Yes.
It's been an amazing experience. I've had people call me. I've met a couple of people. And yeah, I keep telling people swing trading. Me can be an inter-trader. Not
Yes.
that it's bad, but I'm lazy and I need some peace.
You need some pace.
You've tried swing trading?
Yeah, I've
sure?
tried swing trading, and I feel like it gives you a lot of peace of mind, a lot of time to wait for the market to just move, play out. You just wait for the market to come where you want it to come, and then you get your entries and you're good to go. I feel like scalping has a lot of. You need to be in the charts every time. You need to be analyzing every time. You need to be making decisions every time, and you are susceptible to making more mistakes when you are scalping and doing many day trades. So that's why I feel like swing trading works for me.
Yeah, and also swing trading allows you to do it as an investment so that you're able to do other things. Because if you're always on the charts, you get more greedy or you get fearful. So for me, swing trading all the way.
Okay, and then many people do believe that you need a lot of money to actually swing trade. Do you think that's the case?
Not really. You need a lot of money to get substantial swing trading profits, but you don't need a lot of money to start swing trading.
Okay.
Because what I tell people, start with a small amount, maybe like, let's say $200-300. You can swing trade even with one currency.
Yeah.
Then once you're comfortable, then you can add money. The only difference is 1% or 2% of $300 isn't the same as someone who's doing 1% or 2% of $10,000.
Okay.
So you really don't need to wait until you get $10,000 for you to swing trade. You can start small, gain your confidence, then now look for money.
Yes.
Or even go the propfirm way. Like there's so many ways of doing trading right now. You can't say I'm not trading because I don't have capital.
Yes.
But that is, for me, it's a myth. You don't need such a large amount of money to start swing trading.
Okay. One of other reasons why I do love swing trading is I do believe like most pairs would trend for a few days per se. So once you catch a move, you're able to just relax and just watch it move. You can actually scale in, when you get an opportunity, but you don't really need to always be in the charts because once, for example, I'm waiting for a sell. I'm looking in the next like few weeks. I think gold is gonna sell pretty huge. So once that trend starts, I don't really have to worry to go back to the charts. Maybe I'm going to be wicked out. That's normal. But as long as I know that we're looking for a sell, I'm just going to wait for that opportunity to present itself, and I'm gonna wait for 2 to 3 days. Get sometimes a crazy risk to reward of like 1:6, 1:8, which makes sense to me. If I only have $50, 1:6 is like 300. So from $50 to 300 in a week is not bad money.
True.
If you have 1,000, 1:6 is 6,000. You are literally flipping in quotes, but without trading aggressively, without over risking, without over leveraging. You're just trading normally without so much pressure. So I think that is why swing trading works for me. So tell us about this strategy that you're about to present to us today.
So the strategy is not very complicated. I always try to break down very hard wordings and jargons into very simple terms. So even when I'm explaining, I'm going to use a normal language where anyone can understand. So I think before I even go to the strategy, I have so many people, they keep on asking me on my inbox. So how are we making money? It's easier for people to understand how they're making money buying, but they don't understand how they're making money selling.
Yes, yes.
Like everyone keeps on asking me, so how am I making money from something that is losing value?
Yes.
So I think that would be the first thing I'd explain, because then that builds up to the strategy that I'm about to talk about. It's a trending strategy. Like I said, I am a lazy trader, and lazy trading doesn't mean that lazy. I just mean I don't want to be on the charts the entire day.
Yes.
I want to look at the charts once or twice or thrice a day. So this is a trading strategy that I'm using on D1. So I think the first things first, but you understand. Let me first put the question to you. So
Yes.
how do you make money selling?
How you're making money from selling is because ideally when you're trading CFDs, you are not making money for selling or buying gold. You are making money for the right, let me use the word prediction.
Okay.
If you predict that it's gonna sell, then it sells, you make money.
Okay.
If you predict that it's gonna buy, because ideally people think that when you're buying gold and its value is going up, that is where you get the money. But the money ideally is coming from you getting the right analysis and now getting your entry and being that the entry is correct. So if you predict that the market is going to sell, that is why you are making money, not because you are selling gold literally to make the money.
Okay, your explanation is not bad. It's good, but in Ataka, it needs someone who's been to a forex class before.
Oh, okay.
So now me, I'll handle those ones
Who have not been
who've
there.
not been in the forex market before.
Okay.
So first things first, we want to know how we are making money buying and how we are making money selling.
Yes.
So first of all, what are we buying and selling?
Okay.
In currency pairs, what the forex trader is doing, they are trading the price movement of exchange rates.
Yes.
That's for currency pairs. For commodities, it's the price movement of the underlying asset. So for example, if the currency Euro USD is exchange is 1:6 point something, and you enter 1.6 something, you predict if it's going to go up, then you're going to make money. If it's going to come down, you're going to lose money.
Yeah.
So I'll just use normal figures like $10, $20. So let's say the pen that I'm holding, we put it as something we're going to trade in forex market. So you're going to buy it here because you always buy low. If you're looking to make a profit, you buy it at $10. So how do you make money? How do you make money from this?
You're not making money from the price going up, you're making money from predicting that it's gonna go up.
Yeah, but the price has to go up
Yes,
for you
yes.
to make money.
Yes, yes, of
So
course.
you're expecting the money to go up.
Yes, yes.
So if you come and sell it again at $20, your profit will be the difference, which will be $10.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is simple because in normal markets, you buy low, just like land. You buy $1 million, you want to sell it at $2 million. So your profit is $1 million.
$1 million, yeah.
So how about sell? So remember, what you've bought here is the same thing you sold here.
Yes, yes.
So when you enter buy, you close that trade, it means you've sold. Then come back to sell. So let's say the same pen, I sell it at $30. How do I make money? Is if I buy the same pen. You understand? So if I sell it at $30, I want to buy the same pen cheaper so that I can have made money.
Yes, yes.
So the more it's going down and maybe gets to $10, then the same pen I bought at $30, I sold, I have bought it back at $10.
Yes.
And that is what? That is my money.
$20.
Yes.
And I loved the explanation that I read from your site that explained how we trade CFDs.
Yes.
You talked about, was it a car? You talked about a house.
Yes.
It was a car. You said instead of me buying the car for, let's say, $10,000 and waiting for it to go up to $15,000 to make the 5K, I get into a contract with you and say that the price of this car is gonna go up
Yes.
to 15,000. And once it goes up, I make the 5K. So I didn't physically own the car.
Yes.
I just predicted that it's gonna go up. So if it's at 15K, we get into a contract that says that if I predict correctly where it's gonna go, I make money.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Thank you.
So what you're explaining is what we call CFDs.
Yes, yes.
Because a CFD is contract for difference.
Yes, yes.
So it's everything that you're trading in the forex market because you don't own anything.
Yes, yes.
So you're speculating on the price movement of the exchange rate or the values of the underlying assets.
Assets, yeah.
So even when I'm giving, the reason I'm using these full numbers is for explanation purposes, because if I was to go the chart way, I'd have to use 1 point something, something,
Yes,
something.
yes.
Yeah, so now you understand how we are making money buying and how we are making money selling. The only, sorry, you want to say something?
So ideally, it's about the speculation.
Yes, and also just remember what you buy is the same thing you're going to sell.
Yeah, of course.
And what you sell is the same thing you're going to buy. That's where your profits are coming from.
Okay.
So whenever you're going to enter a market sell, you want it to continue going down so that when you close it, you'll have bought the same at a lower price. You understand?
Totally.
Sawa, sawa. So I think now the next thing I want to talk about, so that we can build up to that strategy, is the trend. So we are talking about buying and selling.
Yes.
So if I'm buying, the buy goes something like this. So we call these swing highs, we call these swing lows. Swing highs, swing lows, swing high, swing low. And how do you know the market stops going on a buy trend? It breaks or goes below a swing low. So something like that. So when this happens, this is what we call, most people call it chalk, which is just
change of character.
Change of character, or just a simpler way of saying the trend has changed. So then now this swing high, then we start now coming down. So you see now we have swing low, swing high, and the only way it's going back to go to a buy if it's going to go above
that.
Yes. So the strategy I'm about to teach is mostly I use it when the trend is changing. It's pure price action.
Yes.
And I am looking at this part. Not that I cannot use it in the middle, but the best place for your risk to reward will be when it changes. So what do we call these parts? You see, we are going by, Cinder. So when we are going by, the market doesn't go on a straight line.
Yeah.
It goes, pulls back, goes, pulls back. So this, we can call it a pullback, or we can call it a retracement.
Okay.
So there's a tool that I use that shows me where the retracements are going to stop, then the continuation of the trend goes up or down.
Yes, yes.
So this tool is what people call Fibonacci retracement. There's so many technical words that I can use to explain Fibonacci, but as usual, I make things simple. So Fibonacci is just a tool that shows you the levels at which a pullback will stop and the trend continues.
Okay.
So a Fibonacci is going to show me points like where this was going up. So it's going to show me where this is going to stop and continue going up. So a Fibonacci is helping me join the trend. You understand? So if I'm drawing a Fibonacci on a buy market, I am following the market. So I'm going to draw Fibonacci from down to up. If I'm drawing a Fibonacci on a sell market that is going like this, I am going to draw Fibonacci from up, coming down.
Coming down. Okay. Interesting.
Yes. We are together so far?
Together.
So you understand the levels. They are 61%, 50%, 38%. So everyone uses what maybe they've back-tested or what suits them. So for me, I use a couple of levels. I use 50, I use 61, then I have negative 27 and negative 68. The 27 and 68, I was introduced to it by a stranger. Like a guy I met, I was seated at a restaurant doing my trading, and he's like, oh, I can see you're using the Fibonacci. Let me introduce you to something. You go back, test it, then I'll come back. His name is Mushiri. So if he watches this, I am grateful. So the 27 and 68, I use it for take profit 2 and 3. So when we go to the chart, we're going to see it. So for example, let's say the market looks something like that.
Okay.
And it has been going up, yeah?
Yeah.
So I want to know, and it has started coming down. So I want to know, where does the pullback start according to my Fibonacci? So I'm going to draw my Fibonacci from this point to this point, because I'm waiting for it to show me where it stops and we start going up, right?
Yes. So you draw it from here to here.
Yes, so I'll draw it up, and it's going to be like lines. Here we have 0.5, 0.61, or in percentages. Then here we have another. Then we have those other two, 27 and 68. I think that I will show you exactly. So what I'm waiting for, when the chart comes to this point, this is 50% and 61%. I am waiting to see what the price does here.
How it's going to react to that zone.
Yes, so it's going to be treated like a zone, correct? So if it gives me an indication that it's going to turn back, I can use price action, so I can just read the candles using my eyes, or I can use an indicator.
Okay.
So let's say I use an indicator and it shows me now we've started going up. So I'm going to make an entry after the candle closes. I'm going to put a stop loss slightly, a few pips, but not here. Give it some space to breathe. Below the 61, then I'm going to put my take profit 1 here, take profit 2 here, and take profit 3.
Okay. And since you're doing this using you're using this for swing trading.
Yes.
This tells me that you're looking at the chart like this from the higher time frame, right?
Yes. Actually, I'm just using one time frame.
Which is the daily.
This is daily for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is daily. You can use it in a different time frame, but like I said, I am that person who doesn't want to be on the charts the entire day.
Yeah.
So you can always use it on shorter time frames. The only problem with shorter time frames, they are noisy.
Yeah, and they're not respected a lot of the time.
Yeah, because you see, they have so many things going on. A daily chart, one candle is the entire day. So that tells you, for this market to come back here, it might take me days.
Yeah.
So patience has to be one of my best friends.
Yes.
But if you feel like that patience isn't yours, you can go and use it on a shorter time frame, but
Yes.
back test first to know what's working and what's not working. So here, when I say take profit 1, 2, and 3, what happens is someone is going to ask me, so how do I set that? So what I do is, let's say I'm risking 2%. I'll just divide this 2% among three
Profits.
trades.
Oh, okay.
So I can open 3 different trades. Or I decide I'll just go with one trade. When it gets to take profit 1, I trail. I don't close, I trail. But I feel like opening 3 different trades becomes much easier. You can even decide maybe you don't feel bad so much. You're not very tight about risk. So you can risk 3%. So 1%, 1%. Yes.
Interesting. And you can also close partially. I think there's that tool on
Yes.
MT5. Yeah. So if it gets to TP1, you can close like 30% of the trade.
Yes.
TP2, the other 30. Then the remaining, you wait for it to hit TP3.
Yes, the only problem I have with that is it doesn't give you the full volume, how much you will have made,
Yeah, true.
or the risk to reward.
Yeah.
Because you see, let's say from here to here, it gives you 1%. From here to here, it gives you maybe 1.5. And from here to here, it gives you 2%. You see, if you are closing partially, the 2% wouldn't have gotten to 2%.
Yeah.
So I prefer maybe just open 3, just distribute your risk in 3 positions. Then put your take profit, forget about it.
Interesting.
But let all the stop losses be at the same place because you're risking.
2%.
Yes.
Do you have a minimum risk to reward that you're looking for whenever you're taking trades?
Not really. You know what happens with me because I'm doing long term and I am doing H4 and D1. I feel like let the market be. Because sometimes when you're going to see the chart, sometimes when you check where take profit 3 is, you start wondering, will it ever get to this point?
I know, yeah.
So sometimes you might say, this trade has a small risk to reward, so I won't take it. Then the one that you're saying has a huge risk to reward. Remember, we are dealing with probabilities. Then it doesn't even gets you to a loss. Because remember, this market doesn't know you take profit and doesn't care. So it is, you have a trading plan and you go strictly follow it.
Textbook style, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Show us the same for a sell, for a trending sell market, yeah. For a downtrend, that is.
You know, there's someone I heard telling me that they don't believe the market can make money when they're selling, and I'm thinking, what?
Yeah,
Someone is lying to people.
I also have friends who say we can't sell gold.
We can sell.
We
They
can't
can sell gold.
Yeah.
Okay, predominantly gold most of the time goes up, same as Nasdaq.
Yeah.
But the strategy tells you sell.
Yeah.
Just do your risk management the correct way. Because it cannot always, if it was as simple as it's always buying, we'd have held gold we will be there for years.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yes, so for a sell, something like that. So let's say the market, I need to show it like twice, right? Market to be like it's gone
down.
Yeah, so it's been going below swing lows, right? So now it's there, because for you to draw the Fibonacci, it has to start pulling back.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot just draw a Fibonacci if it's not pulling. It has to have created a new swing low.
Yes.
So because the market is going down, you're following where the market is going. So you're going to draw your Fibonacci from that point to that point. Then the other two levels I told you will be here, and the 50 and 61 will be somewhere there.
Yeah.
Even better, if your 50 and 61 are near this point, where if I was to draw a break of structure here, it's going to be at the same, that gives you confluence. But now we wait for the market to go back there. If the market closes, like a candle closes above these 2 points,
we don't take the trade.
It's null and void now.
Okay.
But if it doesn't go beyond, and now it starts coming down, you take your entry, put your stop loss a few pips up, and slightly. At least, when I say slightly, you're going to find people putting it here.
Yeah.
And give it some space to breathe. Then take profit 1, 2, 3.
So this zone that has already been tapped, this one, should be our TP1.
Yeah, when you call it a zone, it's going to confuse you.
Okay.
Just call it a swing.
Okay, this swing.
Yes.
Is our TP1.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. The reason I've said that is a zone, for me, I define a zone as the strength where a break of structure starts from. So you see now this was a break of structure, so I can call this a zone. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So this becomes a zone once, this doesn't become a zone. Whatever breaks here becomes the zone now.
Okay, yes. Interesting. Now, my only question would be, for how long do you normally have to look at this? Okay? Because I find like most of the time, you would see that a market has been trending very well. So you say this is a good uptrend. And then when you enter, it just starts going down. So do you have do you need data to back up in terms of this market has been trending for 6 days, and let's say you're trading something like platinum, which I've backtested and I've seen that most of the time it trends for like a week. Okay, so if it's been trending for like a week, I know that it's about to reverse. So I'll be waiting for for the market structure shift so that I can start trading. Because I feel like most of the time people will just look at a market, it's trending, and then they want to just get in, and that is when it wants to reverse.
So you said you know it's about to turn,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So how do you know?
Because of the data I've been having, knowing that, let's say, gold trends for 2 to 3 days, so I don't have to go and start looking for another buy when it's still trending.
So for me, what I do, I look at the charts.
Okay.
I let the chart give me the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just look at it. You see, last time when I was talking about candles, I told you I let them speak to me. I don't tell the market where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
I let it direct me. So, for example, most of the time I am going to do this strategy when the strategy, not the strategy, when the trend is changing.
Oh.
So, how do I know the trend is changing? We were going up. So we were respecting swing lows
Swing highs.
and we were breaking swing highs.
Yes.
Then we continue, then that happens. So,
Market structure shift.
yes.
The
So
change of
trend,
character.
yes.
Yes,
So the
yes.
trend has changed and it starts pulling back. I'll just pull my Fibonacci. Because no, this is a better, it's in a better position to give me those take profit 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
But when I take it, like for example, here, it might give me take profit 1, but it won't get to 3.
Yes.
Yeah, so for me, like I said, the best place to take this strategy is when the trend is
It's changing.
starting.
Or
Yes.
it's starting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
So you don't have to like wait, let's say, you could trade it from here. I'm sorry,
Yes.
nakuchafulia hii chart yako. You could trade it from, let's say, here, but you could not probably get to TP1, 2, and 3. You could just, maybe you entered around here, you could just get TP1.
Yes, and also, you need to also understand it always doesn't play out like that. Why?
Okay.
Because, like gold might be doing something like that. So it's not getting to the 50%.
Of course, yeah.
So when it's not getting to the 50%, you cannot use it.
Okay. Okay.
You understand?
I understand very well. So what pairs do you mostly trade it with that respects it more?
Funny thing, I have trade. There's a time back that I could have said this and this and this, but I find sometimes this respects, this one doesn't respect. And by respecting, I mean coming back to the 50%. I've tried it on NAS 100. I've tried it on USD card.
GBP?
No, I don't do GBP. The only GBP I do is GBP JPY.
Oh.
When I was saying I don't do GBP, I meant GBP USD.
GU.
Yeah, so GBP JPY actually really does this.
Okay.
It really respect, especially on higher time frames. I've also tried it on AUD card. People don't like AUD card. They say it's slow, but I don't mind. Yeah, as long as it's going to give money eventually.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. And do you feel like someone who cannot swing trade cannot become a trader? Because I had someone who had this notion and they felt like trading generally requires patience.
Okay.
Okay. And this person is saying, I can't be patient to wait for the market to come to me in 2-3 days, in a week. Do you think they can actually, trade?
I feel like those people who start as scalpers end up being swing traders. That's where we all started.
Yeah.
Because what happens, scalping is fun and has a thrill, but it doesn't give you consistent profits.
Yes.
Today you're going to flip your accounts, and tomorrow it's going to take you, even what the profit you took and your capital, it's going to take it all. So I can't say that doesn't make you a trader. What I think is, you're strong, because you see, in scalping you can even close 4-5 consecutive losses in a day. In swing trading it's very hard. So in scalping, I can't be a scalper. If you put a gun in my head, I'll just die, because
It's too much pressure.
It's too much for me. But also it comes down to personality. There's someone who cannot be patient, even if they try. Like, it's very hard for them. But for me, from my experience, swing trading gives you consistency.
Okay.
Slow but steady.
Okay. Now let's look at the same strategy and try to apply it for someone who's trying to scalp or just do intradays. Do you think it can work? And does it mean now they have to go and look at the chart from the lower time frame?
They could do that, only now that has a lot of noise. So you'll see there are many fake outs. They will have to take a few losses, but if they're going to make profit, they're going to make a bigger profit because they're going to have used very small lot size, big lot sizes because of the small gap for the stop loss.
Yes, yes.
But I don't know if I can advise anyone to go and use shorter time frames. I'm very against shorter time frames because of the noise. But if someone can pick these and go try it on a 15 minutes chart, 30 minutes chart, and they backtest and it works and they have the time to keep checking, I mean, why not?
Okay, interesting. Now let's get into the real charts and see how this strategy by Dacin FX plays out. So guys, we are about to see how it's going to be playing out on the real market charts, and we're looking at USD CAD.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into it.
And the reason I'm choosing USD card is it's a running trade that I have. So I don't want to come and show you, oh, this happened, this might have happened. So we're going to go back just a bit so that I can show you how I came up to this trade. We've said if a market is going up, it needs to be going beyond swing highs.
And swing lows.
Swing lows, it's when it's going to
down.
sell. So we're looking at the market changing the trend.
Okay.
So let's say from here, from what we can see here, there was a swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, high, low. So it means this market was going up, right?
Yes.
So I'm just marking them. I like marking the main one, swing low. Oh, sorry. Swing low here. Ali,
Don't worry.
my hands. Swing high, then swing low, then swing high, then swing low.
Okay.
So what can you say? We were going on a buy trend. Now we've broken a swing low. This and this. This was the main. This is an internal one. So I'm looking at a break of this one. So that was broken. So we're now looking for a sell, and we put this as a swing low because we can see a pullback started.
Yes, yes.
So when I was looking at this chart, it wasn't all. It was something like that.
Yes.
So I am going to come and take my Fibonacci. I draw it from high coming down because it's on a sell market. Let me just move this a bit so that I can see where I'm going to draw because it has to be very accurate. So high to low, right? So what am I waiting for? It needs to come at 50% and 61%. If it goes above 61,
it's invalidated.
yeah, we are done with that. But if it has a reaction there and comes down, then that's the strategy. We look for an entry. So I need to extend this to the future so I can see. So you can see it came back to 50. No, it's between 50 and 61. And if you're to use an indicator, you could have gotten an entry here. If you're to use price action, you will have probably have entered after this candle.
Closed. Okay, interesting.
So I will have entered here, put my stop loss somewhere around here. I like putting my stop losses. You see like here 1.44000. I like putting my stop losses in full numbers. It's just a thing.
But I think, okay, interesting. I'm just so curious, not curious, but cautious about these big numbers.
Okay.
Because they call them the psychological zones.
Yes.
They know that's where we have our stop losses, the SMC, the smart money.
I feel like there might be some truth in it, but every time I've put my stop loss on a full number, it's very hard for it to be stopped out.
Okay.
And once they stop it out, you find now that trend has changed. So I'll have entered somewhere around here, put my stop loss somewhere around here. It doesn't have to be even the 4,000. You can just, if I pull this up, you can see there
There's then 395.
Yes, but that's very close. I'll still go for the
4,000.
Yeah, then I will put my take profit one here where you can see it has been touched. Then this is my take profit two. So right now on this trade, I'm waiting for it to go to take profit three.
So you've already hit TP1 and TP2.
Yes.
So you could even close today and you're good.
Yeah, but I'm very patient. I've learned the hard way to just let the market flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would it be also correct for someone, okay, let me just ask, who missed this trade right here,
Okay.
to actually come and take it from here?
So what you're asking me is if let me just let that one be. Let me just make it a bit smaller. Then you're asking me if they can do that to this.
Yes.
They can. My only problem is when the trend starts, there's a possibility it might stretch. But when you take it from the middle, when you get to take profit 1 and 2, that should be sufficient. Because you see, even this one, if someone didn't take it from there and they've taken it from here, you see they're about to get to take profit 1.
Yeah.
And now maybe they might get to take profit 2 or take profit 3. Because you don't know how long the trend is supposed to be. So sometimes you can get lucky. But most of the time when I've seen that it goes to 1, 2, 3, it's when you've taken when the trend just changed.
Okay.
So you flow with the trend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when the trade is playing out, are you still watching the market to see maybe if we're going to have another change of character so that you can exit maybe?
Yes, because you see, first of all, you've put your stop losses. You see, I'm one person where I followed my trading plan to the latter.
Set and forget.
You see, when you say set and forget, most people are using pending orders. I don't use pending orders. But if I say my stop loss is going to be here, that is where my stop loss is going to be. I'm only going to get out if my stop loss or my trailing stop loss has been touched. So this is now the current one. If anyone also took it those few days ago, they would have made they'd be in profits. Because you're still not going against the trend.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you have to make sure that you're getting into the trade early enough when the trend is just getting started.
Yes, you can start early, but even if you find it going on and you get an entry, just don't be over ambitious. Stop looking for take
TP7.
profit 3. Just
Be realistic.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And just to remind us, you said which pairs normally respect this so much, apart from the USD card?
Yeah, I have used it on gold, I've used it on NASDAQ, and sometimes I'm going to use day 1, sometimes I'm going to use H4. But most of the time I'm going to use this on day 1, because you see this is a very long trade that I took. This is a trade that has taken
days.
Yeah,
because every candle here is 1 day, guys. So you can imagine we're having these are 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days. That's like a whole month.
Yeah, let's even see if it will have on this buy trend, if you will have gotten any entry. So the buy trend changed from here, and you'll have done your Fibonacci from that point to that point. Did it touch it? Let's see.
Yes,
you
it
need
did.
to be very accurate. Yes, it did. So you see, that would have given you. Also, it was a very short distance, so it was easy for you to get to take profit 1 and take profit 2. So you will have taken that. You say this is where the take profit 2 is, and after that, what did the market do?
Reverse.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So for you, you're not looking at the minimum risk to reward, maybe of 1:3. You're just looking at each respecting the Fibonacci zones, and then you're done.
Yeah, I just flow with it. Just make sure my risk management is intact. I can afford what I am putting in. I can lose and it's okay. But you see now, the good thing also about using higher time frames, it's very hard for you in a day to have consecutive 5 losses.
True.
So it gives you, even when you catch a loss, you've caught profits before you're It's just another day. I will make it. Because you see, if you were using this one, you'll have caught this buy all along. You can even decide in your own, using your own strategy. You can go now adding. You can go adding, what are they called? Positions.
Yeah, scaling in.
Yeah, you can go scaling in that buy. You've taken it. You've taken it. The sell now. You're in a sell and it's going well.
So, for example, how do you scale in? Do you wait for, let's say, the market has hit TP1, you wait for it to pull back,
Yes.
then you enter, then something of that sort?
Yeah, you could do that, or you could now use you see the other strategy that I spoke about last time, where see, if I was to combine, which is not a very good idea unless you're very good at it, this would have been a break of structure. Here would have been a break of structure. This would have been a zone. So when the market comes back here, you make an entry. Comes back, you make an entry. Yeah, but now this also, if you drill this, if you're combining strategies, this now will be another zone called a flip zone. Yeah, so you as long as you know the direction you're going, now you can go adding positions with a different strategy, but let it be price action. If you mix a lot of things, you get confused.
Interesting. Yeah. So how long do you think it takes a beginner to fully understand this strategy?
The problem is not even understanding the strategy. I keep telling even those people in my class, the problem is not the strategy. The problem is psychology. I have so many messages I can even show you later. Haman is telling me, Manze, it's taking ages to get to the zone. My God.
They can't wait. They don't have the patience.
The patience is the problem. And you see now when you don't have patience, you start looking for other entries that are not there. Then you make a mistake.
Yes.
Then now you start revenge trading. So psychology, getting the strategy, because it's a set of rules. So you can easily follow the rules. The discipline to stick to the rules is the problem.
Wow.
Because this strategy, even if you are to sit and practice it 2-3 weeks a month, you're good to go. But the discipline part, no, that becomes the biggest challenge in most of the people.
And do you teach that psychology part in your classes, or you just teach them strategy?
No, I do. I will speak about psychology, but at the end of the day, it comes down to a personal decision. Because I can tell you, just risk 2% and you feel like you have a lot of money, you want to risk 50%. You see, no, I can't control your money. I'll just tell you, tafadhali, please try to use the right risk management. But I cannot come and tell you, stop trading like that. It's your money at the end of the day. So I try my best. I tell them patience. I tell them, please have something else you're doing on the side. So that you don't start thinking, if this doesn't work, I'm done. I'm one person who doesn't advocate for just doing Forex on its own. Because it's going to either give you a lot of greed or a lot of fear.
Wow, interesting. She's come here before. She's taught us a different strategy, and right now she's come with another one. I hope you guys have really, really understood. If you haven't, please do reach out to her. I have put your number in the description. Is that okay?
I can even say it.
Please share it.
Okay, the same number for last time, 0791 377 882.
Yeah, please do reach out to her. If you haven't gotten the number, scroll back, get the number, or check it in the pinned comment and also the link in description. Thank you so much for coming. I really think I'm gonna try it out. And I only trade gold actually right now, but I think I'll just play around it and see if it's gonna work with gold and also other pairs. I'm so big on like the one strategy, one pair thing, one session.
But I think when I look at you, I can see you going to try this on
I'm going
minute
to
one.
No, I can't.
Ali, you want to flip accounts?
No, I'm good. I think I'll just try it out. Of course, being here talking to you guys and everyone comes and explains their strategy, it's not an easy task, because at the end of the day, I'm just like, let me just try this, let me try this, let me try this. But at the end of the day, I think the best strategy is the strategy that works well with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got that. I've got my edge too. But I mean, it's good for the knowledge.
Yeah, and also, it doesn't really mean that I have taught you a strategy, it's price action. It doesn't mean that you cannot go and tweak it and add or subtract something that works for you.
True.
Because at least if you know how to just look at the chart and say, is it a buy or is it a sell? That's the first question you need to understand. If you can answer the question, am I looking for a buy or am I looking for a sell? Then you can tweak it however you want.
Wow.
Just make sure you don't tweak it today, then tomorrow you tweak it another. Just have a set of rules and follow just to know, does it work or not. But I'm sure this one, the next time I'm seated down with you, I'm sure you'll have added something,
Yes,
subtracted something.
I'll see how to work around it. And are you still journaling your trades?
Yeah, I do, but not as much, because what has happened, I have traded for so long. So my trading plan is in my head. Like, I know this is what I'm looking at. I'm very disciplined. I don't even spend more than an hour
Looking at the chart.
cumulatively the entire day. I'm going to set my watch. Maybe I'm using the 4 hours. I'm going to check, is there an entry? No. Is there an exit? No. Is there anything? No. The next one. Then I'm going to come and check it again after 4 hours. Like, I have... It's now it's like
You're
something.
on auto mode.
Yes,
Okay.
because I have it's. But I told you last time. I told you once you start feeling like trading is boring.
I
then,
know,
yeah,
I know.
That's when you know you've started doing the right thing.
Guys, it gets to a point you will spend like 3-4 days, you've not even looked at the charts, because there's something you're waiting for. For me, I do set like alerts, a maximum of 3 alerts. I have like zones. Once it taps here, I anticipate it's gonna do this. Once it taps here, I anticipate it's gonna do this. I think even a maximum of 2 is okay for me.
Okay.
Just set those alerts. And until my phone rings and tells me, until I get the trading view alert, I know I do not have a trade. And I think that has given me a lot of discipline, because I don't have to get into the charts and try to force trades. I'm just waiting for the market to speak to me or come to me so that I can react. I'm not reacting and now trying to say, oh, this strategy is not working. I think I've gotten to the boring part, guys.
I think that's a good thing. It's
Yeah.
very boring
Yeah.
because you have to wait for a set of rules, and the same way you celebrate your profit, it's the same way you're supposed to feel when you have a loss, because you've done. There's nothing as bad as you make a loss out of negligence, because losses are inevitable.
Yeah.
Even if I teach you this, I'm not telling you, I guarantee you there are no losses. That market doesn't care. Losses are always going to be there as long as you mitigate them, and you just lose what you can afford to. But the boring part is the real. Sometimes you just feel like, okay, so I have entered 3 trades, they're going well, then what?
Yeah. And you mentioned something like, if you meet someone and they're telling you that the strategy is like 99%, they are always telling you, I'm the best scalper. Just know there's nothing like that.
Actually, that, and also, if I ever meet you and you're telling me, oh my God, trading is so much fun, no.
You just know it's another beginner.
It's either a beginner or someone who's not telling you the truth, or someone who's trying to entice you. Because if you you see those people who are really trading, like those swing position traders, they're actually old people. They're just bored in the house, retired. And that's why I keep telling someone, don't make it your 24 hours thing. You're going to get bored. So what are you going to do if you're not trading? Like, for example, we've been with you for a couple of hours today, right?
Yeah.
How many trades have we entered?
None.
We have running trades, then now what?
Nothing else. Just wait for TP or
Yeah,
stop
go
loss.
do something else. Go
With your life. I mean, travel the world.
travel, look for more money.
Make kids.
You're telling people to make kids and some are just 18.
Guys, look for money. That is the most important thing. Thank you so much, Dacin. Really appreciate your time. Guys, do reach out to her. She has a couple of strategies that she can actually teach you. The one that she taught us in our previous class or in our previous podcast, and this one. And you have others that you're going to share soon.
What happens is, you see, I have these ones for even my students, because I have the website. I think you're going to put the website on the description, but you're going. I was offering some free strategies, but the classes got full. Like it became very overwhelming. But for the people who are in the classes, there is this and more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So please do make sure that you reach out to her. Also, do mention that presenter Ali sent you, probably for a discount. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the podcast. And one last word from you to beginner traders.
It's not very hard, but it's not also as easy. You have to start from knowledge. Everything starts from knowledge. Don't look for shortcuts. Don't look for someone who's going to, can I give you my money for you to trade for me? I don't have an issue with that, but I feel like it's easier and better if you trade your own money. And you can, as long as you have the knowledge, you can come learn from us, or you can also go and learn from YouTube, whatever fits
Works
you,
for you, yeah.
but just get the knowledge first.
Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and do subscribe if you're new. I've also collaborated it with my new channel. We're targeting to hit 1,000 subscribers. We are right now at around 500. So once we hit 1,000, we're going to be dropping our first video. The channel is also linked in the description and also in the comment section. So please subscribe to follow my trading journey. Watch the wins, watch the losses, watch me do live trades. And of course, as usual, I'll see you guys in the next episode.
The Mind of a Trader podcast, where we outthink the market.